Hello gamers, and finally welcome back to some more Europa Universalis 5 with my Sweden campaign. Unfortunately I fell ill, and before that there was too much at work, but we can continue now. So we're building a wharf in Stockholm. We're kind of like building up, and I think there will be the inevitable conquest in the east. We also need to consider whom we can pick stuff from. I also noticed, when I'm zoomed in, I don't know if I told that in this video, when I'm zoomed in, I just get this province view. If I right click, if I left click here, for example, 1 second. If I left click here, I get the province view. And then if I go to Kingdom of Poland, I get this. What you can also do, if you're zoomed out, 1 second, I've forgotten how it worked. Yeah, if you are zoomed out and left click, then you get this diplomatic view as well. And when you're zoomed in, you need to then click here, or what you can do is you can right click and go for the country panel. Okay. Last year has seen a fine harvest and an excellent environment for traders and entrepreneurs. This has proven a blessing for our tax base, generating higher income for our kingdom. Use it to benefit the kingdom. We gain 7 stability. Take advantage of the benefits at once. Invest for the future. That would be research. I think I want to go for the stability. Our stability is not super high, and someone rightly pointed out in a very friendly manner, not so much, that the prestige is pretty shite. And money is kind of like the new mana. Can we do a lot with it? No, this is just legitimacy. Legitimacy is quite fine, actually. So the ways to increase here stability, which is going up a little bit. Can we increase it a bit further? Maybe not. We also need some cash for the buildings. So increasing I need to turn up the volume a bit. Increasing stability is a bit more tricky. Cultural influence. Western schism is bad. We've got the announcement of heretics. Noble estate satisfaction. Prestige decay. And we click here when we see this, but there's not too much we can do about what we kind of need is artists, committing art. Question is, we have kind of 0 artists. We could pay to hire 1 artist, and then we get works of art. A work of art is something that an artist has created. When the artist created, it will directly increase the cultural influence of the primary culture of the country the artist is working in. Art is present in a location but cannot be destroyed. Having art in our country benefits our prestige and cultural tradition. So this is kind of what we need to do. I've forgotten how to. We currently have 0 artists available. Okay, so much for that. We also have a not codified law with the Inquisition law. There's currently no policy. We can go for local courts. Pop conversion speed goes up, and there's less tolerance. Or we can go for paper control. Estate satisfaction and equilibrium goes up. Pop conversion goes up. Pop conversion speed goes up. Tolerance of heretical beliefs goes down quite a bit. The mark of the Holy See carries unprecedented influence throughout the Catholic world. By making the gravitas and authority of the Pope the driving force behind our state's religious policies, we will accelerate the conversion of non-believers while maintaining general social order. Or we can go for local courts. For too long, heretics in our realm have enjoyed the same protections and privileges as the faithful. It is time to establish local courts with the authority to prosecute those who refuse our faith. I think we are still quite far away from Reformation, and the pop conversion speed might be helpful. So let's do that. Paper control. Here we go. This costs some money. Here we go. And we are colonizing. Just double checking here in this region and also in this one. Is there anything else we can colonize? Let me quickly check before I make a mistake here. Geopolitics. This is a bit far away, but can we do colonies? So we can create here, 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 there, and there. I think we should make this a priority to establish like a border, but we lack coin. So we need coin. Achievement unlocked, rule of law. It always triggers the achievements notifications, even if you've the in-game achievement notification, even if you've got the Steam achievement already. So we've got a lot of, kind of unprofitable buildings. RGOs missing employees. Lots of possible diplomatic actions. We also had the maximum, so let's do some friendly actions and improve opinion. Who likes us? Shall we be liked by the Pope, maybe? That would be potentially helpful. Go there. And let me double check, because it's been some time, who are our allies? Ooh, let's go for I think I need to turn up the volume quite a bit. Or the music is maybe set to silent. Oh, I know what happened. I played in my Iceland game and watched YouTube in the meantime. So I had turned it down quite a bit. Music, density. Let's go higher. The length of breaks. Oh, let's just go for 20 as default. Save. Okay. Let's resume. He's stabilizing the country. He's increasing control. Here we are getting our new law. We have a disease, the bubonic plague. We need some disease-resisting buildings, at least in Stockholm. We've got the Royal Court and the Royal Garden. That's good. We could do with another scriptorium. Tailor's Guild. Marketplace is an option. What's happened here? Some locations are losing population rapidly. Alftan. Probably they've got the plague. Got attrition because it's a severe winter. So one thing, I don't know if I've mentioned it, but one clue kind of is, I think I did, is to have like one regional capital in every region or province, and in every province, and then you can build a granary and stuff there. Hops are missing goods. That's obviously bad. No active policy. Here we could go economy of the union. With the following options: unified treasury or cooperative investment. One monarch might rule all over multiple thrones, yet the members of the union are very separate. But this prestige cost and legitimacy cost. It's not something we can afford right now. Obviously, a war could also help us with our prestige. Let's quickly check our troops. We've got the first army here with 200 men. We can't have much more. We have only +1 manpower. Let's continue checking the buildings. Cybercrime. farms, sergeantry and castle, irrigation. What was it? Control F4? No. What was the Control E? Control Q? Political. Burgers literacy. Burgers literature. Advanced research. Maximum literacy for burgers is plus 10%. That's fantastic. Are we already researching something? Apparently, yes. I queued maritime trade advantage. Good. We can keep that. Hundred Years' War is still running, and also the Western Schism. Let's check out diplomacy again, because I didn't really finish that. So we've got one subject. We've got an alliance with Poland, and a royal marriage with Poland, and Holstein-Plön. That's pretty tiny. Castile is improving this opinion of us, which could be helpful. So let's... I don't know if they will win, but let's improve the opinion. To turn down the volume a little bit. And maybe one thing we could do is we could curry favors. With them. This will increase the favors that Poland will owe us. So let's do it. We need to make use of our diplomats. That's something I should not forget or underestimate. And who are our foes again? Entry panel. Where's my diplomacy? Who's my nemesis again? So rivalry with Scotland, Denmark, Muscovy, and Vladimir. And we declared rivals. Yeah. Vladimir. It's very far away. Sukov, are they allied to anyone? I presume they also belong to this. Yeah, Novgorod stuff. Teutonic Order, do they have any allies? The Teutons are their overlord. That's interesting. I really wonder where those medicinal buildings were. Spinner's Guild, Carpenter's Guild. They would make furniture out of wood and dye. So that's something we've got on the market. Achievement unlocked. That is mine. Conquer a region. There are rebels. From the aristocracy. The question is... States. Action, society, diplomacy, military, geopolitics. There we go. Rush of merchants. Trade expansion has led to growing desire among our merchants to start new trade ventures outside our borders. We welcome extra merchants. Rush of merchants that increases the burger trade capacity. Or we could strengthen our routes. Trade advantage. Let's go. Welcome new merchants. Hogdal is losing population, unfortunately. And we gained the population. Can I increase my crown control somehow by removing some of them? Let's take. Who is super powerful? The Adelstandard. Discipline. Fort limit plus 10% monthly progress to decentralization is increased. This one doesn't really give them. I need 160 stability to revoke that though. Okay, that's gonna take some time. We have gained a core. So that's great. And we do have the coin for some more colonization. I think we need to do something for our economy first. Raw materials in this area. Poland have proposed that defensive league and a policy mutual defense. Okay, we need to check that. Automatic defense, that's good. Is here anything we could build? Normal winter. So obviously nothing here. A monastery. Gives us some conversion as well. Not too sure about that right now because we need something for coin. Rural cloth maker, charcoal kiln. That's actually something we should build. They need wood, and this is not a wood producing province, so let's check other stuff first. This is not so viable. Let me quickly check if there's a wood producing province here. This one, for example, lumber. All of these basically. This one maybe. And they've already got a kiln, which is nice. So let's increase our lumber production, I think. This would give us 0.51. Costs are okay. Let's expand this. Did that work? I think not. There we go. There's also enough people here. And they have clay, which is not all that great. And here we've got wheat, and it's a bishop's seat. So wheat would give us quite a bit of coin as well. We bring sad news. Guillaume da Gama has died. Was the general of our first army. Do I have automatic generals on? Yes, I do. It's good to be back in Europa Universalis 5. There's been a couple of updates as well. Game is improving, I think, in general. But I didn't have any issues, or very notable issues with the release version. No crashes or anything in like 50 plus hours. I think one crash maybe. I think we really need to do more in Stockholm, actually. More literacy for clergy. A hospital would be good. I mean, it's our capital. It gives character life expectancy and plus 10% disease resistance. Okay, we've got this one. But I also think we need to... I need the province view. Which is the province view here? I added it. Westerborn. There's still one that's being colonized. I think we could potentially speed that up. Colonies. Okay, apparently can only have one at the time. So then I want to go for this one. What's this one again? Corella or Savolax? Probably it's Savolax. Savolax, yeah. It suggests, but we like a little bit of coin. We need to wait 1 month. And maybe I can swap between colonial charters and then one building. Here we go. Select where to send the pops from. Westergötland. Got the highest population, so let's use that. It's also quite far from my control. So better roads would be good as well. Agrarian communities. In these times of rapid change, our traditional ways have led to a revival of the agrarian community. While perhaps not as productive as bustling urban centers, they provide a level of sustainability and societal cohesion that cannot be otherwise gained without a great deal of time and effort. Perhaps we ought to encourage this revival to further reap the benefits of our traditionalist economies. So that would give us stability, and we get rural attraction. We would go more towards traditional economy. We need to check that out. Here we are. So we are very much in traditional economy. Economic, this would reduce building costs, reduce food production, reduce bank interest, and increase production efficiency. That will be very good later on. With this one, raw materials output, population capacity, food production in particular, I think is quite good. This would also lose us stability. We also gain communalism. Do we want communalism? That's where we're currently at. So revoke privilege cost is reduced. That's good. State's equilibrium is increased. Pop migration speed reduced. Pop join rebels threshold reduced. Individualism, less happy estates, and more morale for armies, more migration speed. So that's for later on. Let's encourage the revival. And now we are losing. We are losing stability. That's obviously really bad. We need to increase stability. So let's, coming of age, just 1 second. Stability needs to be at least going up a little bit. The defensive league have ordered to enact possible defense. Oh. Blanche de Le Mans has reached the age of 16 and she's our... 1 second. She's our ruler's granddaughter and courtier in the King of Sweden. We are throwing her a party and she can get to work. We can also presumably get her married. And we need to choose some research as well. Grand Cabinet, right? This costs us legitimacy, interesting. Well, then she could be in cabinet, but her skills are not fantastic, but it would give us more crown power, which is quite helpful. We can't arrange a royal marriage. It does not belong to the ruling dynasty. Angevin, she's our granddaughter only. Simon de Le Main, and the mother is Helga. Yeah, that's why it's not the ruling dynasty, but we could make her a cabinet member or marry her to a noble, but she's not that great. Let's check if we've got kids. Helga. Her skills are not too bad. We've got our son here. He's also our heir. And then we've got, well, this son, he's not that great. Appoint as cabinet advisor. Ooh, that would be for free. Let's appoint him. We would need to get rid of one, but they are both very good, so let's not do it. But then later maybe we don't need to buy someone and also save money. That would be very helpful. Okay, let's take a proper look at the research. Oh, I think that the tech tree has been patched, I believe. It's much nicer now because it's more compact. You can actually see more. Here we haven't researched everything, apparently. So for example, we still have expanded archives for more diplomatic capacity. And obviously we don't have all of this. I think expanded archives is the only one we don't have just yet. Let's go for Age of Renaissance, where we can only do the scholarly treatises so far. Could go for more sailing, galleys, blockade efficiency, better recovery, Navy initiative, policy cost reduced, Navy repair cost reduced, expanding raw materials time reduced. That could be helpful. Construction speed increased. Obviously can also be helpful. Efficiency, fort limit, okay. Nothing super, but still. Peasant levy. Yeah, that could be helpful. Armor recovery speed could also be helpful. Diplomatic annexation cost reduced. Proximity cost reduced. Medicaments output increased. Don't think we are producing them. More RGOs in towns and cities. Supply limit increased. City rights cost and founding costs reduced. That's helpful. But here we get a stability investment. That's something we really need. And I think after that, I do want the supply limit, followed by the reduced city costs, because then we will start building more cities. Defensive League, Swedish Union, Catholic Church, okay. Currently settling in 3 different regions. $48, 80.04%. Let's see how it jumps. We can do more diplomatic actions. I think being friends with someone else could be helpful. Who's friends with Poland? Hungary and Sweden. Okay, so let's try to team up with Hungary. Improve opinion. There we go. And we're also building a spy network in Novgorod. We have 8 favors in Poland. I'm not quite sure if that was displayed from the beginning of the game, like from day 1. Poland have proposed that defensive league enact policy for mutual defense. I wonder why they always want to change it. Automatic defense, please. We are paying the maintenance cost. As you can see, the control is very, very low in many of the provinces. Our position in the Western Schism has created a popular outcry in parts of our country. The people of Linde have started to arm themselves and demand that we support the faction of Bourges instead. We will not give in to such petty demands. Bourges might be the best choice for us after all. No, we stay with the Pope for now. We have gained a core in Lüxele. And what's the resource here? It is lumber. Can we actually see it for everything already? Yes. Lots of wild game up here. Stone, marble could be interesting. Copper. So I leave it to 3 now because we need to get some coin and build a building. We have gained a core. Skellefteå. It's another lumber province. Okay, the diplomat has improved relations as much as he can with Poland. So another thing we could do is build a spy network in Denmark, because another war is inevitable. Let's build a spy network. Good. The aim is still to be like the Baltic Sea power, basically, that's my aim. We will also need a fleet. We currently have 0 ships. And I really wonder if we should go for galleys. Because they could be really good with routes. Go back to the ancient ships. There we go. With Do they still have like a bonus? Not sure. You know, in EU4 they had a bonus in inland seas, kind of like the Mediterranean and the Baltic Sea. Making a little bit of a loss here. We need fruit in Stockholm. So one thing I would like is to have like an option to build. And build like and see like the most profitable building in the entire realm that I can build. That would be cool. During sad news, Consort Blanche de Dampierre has died. She was our ruler's wife. Can we get married again? There are no countries possible to select, unfortunately. And we have a really, really shite ruler. It will become better when our heir takes over. So does Viborg have a granary, actually? Potters, marketplace, weaponsmith, tools guild, brewery, mason, and the castle. I'll quickly double check. Granary, no, not yet. We can't afford. That would be really good because it increases the local food capacity. And this is like a border region. Minister gains power. It seems that a member of our cabinet, Tilman van Rossum, will stop at nothing to elevate his position. Using more or less questionable methods, he has come to command the undivided attention of King Magnus IV, the fourth of Bjelbe, who is said to obey his every whim. We could fire him at the stability cost, but a lot of stability cost. Or he's doing a great job, then we lose legitimacy. At the moment that's better because we are about to be able to revoke the one privilege. The morally corrupt diplomats of Denmark have worked toward reducing the influence over the Catholic Church. What? We lose religions. We gain insulted us on Denmark. Oh. Okay, we do not have a diplomat at ready. That's a bit of a shame. They're all building networks and whatnot. But this Chaos Spell will be available for some time, so we can consider going at war with them, I think. What's their military situation? 7.129, and we've got... Can we see that? Maybe in the military panel? We have less, but we also have Norway and Ghana. So it could be possible, but they also have allies, I presume. So, what's this? Children can have a better education. Magnus of Bjelbø, lots of children actually. He's our grandson. Are they all our grandchildren? She's our granddaughter. She's our granddaughter. He's our grandson. Okay, let's go for the tiny one first. And let's give him... Well, he's got... No, we can't afford 250. Holy shit! Then let's give him a military education. No, let's give him diplomatic. He's already... No, let's give him administrative. That's what he's already good at. We also need to check out the other grandchildren. He's already getting the administrative education. She's quite capable. She'll get administrative, education. What's her education? Currently it's balanced. Let's go for administrative. But let's go for diplomatic. And she's already ready. For education, do you have kids? Yes, you do. And you're my heir, so these kids are kind of important. She's got diplomatic education. It's another daughter. She's gregarious. Diplomatic ability increases during education. She's very diplomatic, so that needs to be further nurtured. What about these kids? Let's just ensure all the kids get the proper education. I think his education we've just changed. We will need a military dude. So let's go for military. Now we are running a deficit, unfortunately. So this we could revoke without decreasing the happiness, just the influence. And this one as well, more levies and stuff. This one would be good. I don't want decentralization anyway. But it costs 166 prestige. And we also still need to build that hospital. Yeah, we're spending a lot in fort maintenance and colonies. But I don't think it's possible to, just reduce the fort maintenance a little bit. Can we check? Yeah, we could. Let's reduce it a bit. Deactivate the automatic raising. Raise fort maintenance. Yeah, I think we need to click in order to make things happen. The more we spend, the higher colonial investments become, as it scales directly with how much we pay. This is actually really cool because it allows us to reduce it while colonizing, unlike in EU4. It could have devastating results if suddenly something happens and you don't have coin anymore. How can we increase our tax efficiency? Land rights, crown power is too low. And we are an embezzler. With the efforts of Rome in Italy, the trade with the region is flourishing. The Borgestanden are happy. Plus 20 trade advantage, good. I think trade I did automate, right? I misclicked, just a second. Food situation. Automate your RGO construction. I don't want that. So we have some not so profitable buildings, unfortunately. Swedish trade capacity. There's the Stockholm market as well, I guess. Right, the Stockholm market is more important to us. Do we have that trades? Tin is coming in at a deficit. And coal is coming in at a deficit from here. We don't need to lock that, and we don't need to lock that. So maybe we can import some more fruits, because I think fruits are desperately missing. Fruit and sugar in the Stockholm market. So how can I, okay, here, select a market to import from. Is there a market available at all? From Nuremberg. I don't think it's gonna work, right? Okay, we actually don't have any trade capacity left. It was automatically diverted already. Now we're running a nice positive here. Ogdal is losing population. It's bad. Prosperity is still in recovery. It's obviously quite bad. Changes monthly by minus 0.25 due to decay. Base value for every country. Is there anything that changes prosperity? Recovery efforts. Yeah, we don't have that yet. Let's queue that. And let's go to Pitea. It's got lumber. So next would be these. Here, actually, what's the province? Södra Österbottom and Norra Österbottom. Let's wait a bit because we need to build a building. Riksdag is possible. Yeah, in Stockholm. So what do we want? Increase ties to neighbors. Selecting this issue will let Parliament support. Diplomatic reputation goes up and we gain diplomats. King of Norway gains 50 opinion of us. Lord Republic of Novgorod as well. Obviously support the state would be good. Support a noble, but our dying guy is quite old already anyway. Sponsor a cathedral in Stockholm. It's not too bad. Market Expansion Act, trade maintenance reduced. Also not too bad. Bolster the government. This is legitimacy. I think I'll go for increased ties to neighbors. The court costs. Cancel, cancel. Mobility issue. Selecting this issue. It will let. Okay. If the debate passes, but it doesn't change the policy, right? This record to get support to resolve change policies in our laws, creating possibility, raising higher tax. Okay, state satisfaction recovery goes up. Okay, let's do it. And we might be able to pass it without anything else. Stability investment, very good. And we've gained a core in Ristina. That was the Svavolaks. Okay, so actually we gained the core after some time. I see, because we had settled that already. What's the resources here? Lumber. Poland have proposed. Yeah, they're always proposing, right? So let's vote for automatic defense. Yeah, 57%. This will pass. We don't need to do anything like this, but will it help us? Boost towards banking. Favor the clergy. Naval movement. Support free subjects. Costs us prestige. No. We don't need to do it, so we won't. A few slightly shady looking characters have appeared at our court, offering their service to our king. They claim to be willing to and able to do things that any proper ruler would never deign to do publicly. No, we can refuse actually. This will also give us prestige, which is good. How can I recruit an artist? Bloody hell. The location of Ötresk is now considered part of our patrimony. Good. It's not much population. So now we are developing supplies, and soon we will get this one for the cities. Then we will need some coin as well. But it would be really good to close this gap, even though building a road around here won't help us much. Let's go for the province view. Is that the city already? Or town? Got a bridge. And the tar kiln. It's a rural settlement. We need 100 to fund the town. No, sorry. We need 335 to found a town. Gorchakov, a political exile from the Grand Principality of Vladimir, has appeared at our court. He's offering his services to the Swedish monarchy. In return for protection from the Vladimirian Grand Princes, his services will be useful. Might be, right? And we don't like them anyway. Poland is moving quite a lot. Are they at war? Yes, they are. In return to favors we owe them. Polinian War. So wars show up here. That's a bit confusing somehow for me. Doesn't stand out that much. Bologna. Maybe you put them here separately, I don't know. But it should stand out more. Okay, there's so many troops, I don't need to send mine. I only got like 200 anyway. I don't want to send my peasants. Unraised army ladies, I know. But with the help of Poland and in the future potentially Hungary, we should bite out a chunk of Denmark. He's thankful to be granted asylum. He has recently drawn attention to the fact that there are many other Vladimirian notables in his position. Men of great wisdom and influence, he insists. It could be useful to allow them to join our court. We will take them in 100 Muscovite pops who will migrate each month from Vladimir to Uppland. And we can integrate them, right? So let's quickly check where's Uppland. Uppland. It's here, it's our capital. We will take them in. More people is good. Was a common thing back then, to take in others. In particular after like a disease or like a war or something. You could replenish your population. Scania is actually helping. Let me quickly check what my other options are. We could change societal values. We could increase development. Encourage migration, expel people, increase control, assimilate pop, convert rebel crackdown. Is there a rebel crackdown that we could do? Yeah, we could do it here. Let's do it. From the highest noble to the lowest peasant, people believe that the veneration of relics allows the supplicant to reduce their time in purgatory. However, a treatise opposing this practice has been found in Södra Österbotten, nailed to the door of one of our churches, which has a very substantial relic collection. Is there any truth to this treatise? Complaints, or are they merely the words of naysayers and heretics, seeking to harm the unity of the Catholic Church? But we just bought a vial of the milk of the Virgin Mary. Forgiveness can only come from God. Our cabinet has been assigned to rebel crackdown. Yeah, let's do that. It will be 0 soon, and we can afford it right now. Well, this is it's good that it's kind of in colonist. Riksdag, very good. We also gained 5 diplomats. And we still need Oh, I've unlocked an achievement. Be a secondary participant in a war where any allied participant has 90% war score. Oh, cool. Denise Le Machin. We're throwing her a party and then she can get to work. Good. So how can I get an artist? Let me quickly Google. Okay, investing in culture actually attracts them, and then hiring them via the culture menu's artist tab. Click on the artist count in the culture menu to hire available artists. Yeah, but as we can see, it's no one we could hire. We need like an event or something maybe that could help us. So currently, for my taste, we are investing a little bit too much in colonial adventures. I think we need to reduce that. Something was built here. Oh, that's one of these buildings. So apparently, by the way, this is a building that doesn't benefit us. And depending how well they like you, they start building more beneficial buildings as well, instead of estate buildings that are actually detrimental to us. So they want to build a brewery. That's good now. They want to build a local shrine. Not so good. They want to build a guild hall. Also not so good because it gives them more power, but at least some trade advantage. They want a local assembly in Visby, which is also not so good. Okay, we could give them something like pasture access or something, expand. Farming costs reduced, tribal land rights, centralization. How many tribal people do we have, actually? Okay, that was a victory. Let's check. Lots of peasants. Tribesmen is only like 1,600, so doesn't really matter too much. We will have more once we settle all these uninhabited or hardly inhabited regions. It's really like one tribe per per region. Yeah, well, I think this is going to be it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next video. It won't take that long. It will appear sooner. Oh, that's a clergy estate building something, actually. Salt collector, not too bad. So thanks a lot for watching. Until then, bye for now.